Okay, I want you to picture this. A single person may be sitting at their kitchen table with a laptop, running a company that's worth $1 billion. Now, I know, it sounds like something straight out of a movie, but according to some of the biggest names in tech, this isn't science fiction. It's the future we are sprinting towards. Today, we're going to unpack the incredible rise of the solo-founded AI unicorn.
And this isn't just some wild prediction. That quote comes from Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI. You know the old way of thinking about success? These giant companies with thousands and thousands of employees? That's getting completely flipped on its head. We got a little sneak peek of this with WhatsApp, right? They only had 55 employees when they sold for $19 billion. And that was mind-blowing at the time. But AI is about to take this to a totally different level. We're talking about giving one person the power of an entire army. And this table right here shows you just how massive this shift really is. Think about it. Back in the industrial age, if you wanted to grow, you had to hire more people, build more factories. Then the internet came along, and it was all about hiring the smartest engineers. But in this new era, the age of the solo unicorn, your biggest cost isn't people, it's compute. It's just raw processing power to run your AI. The biggest bottleneck isn't finding enough staff, it's designing the AI system itself. And the best part? The cost to add one more customer? Well, it drops to practically zero. This isn't just a small step forward, it is a monumental leap.
So that brings us to the billion-dollar question, literally. How on earth can one person possibly run a company that big? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple, and at the same time, completely revolutionary.
It's not about working 24/7 until you burn out. No, it's about building a team, an AI workforce that never gets tired and never sleeps.
What these solo founders are doing is building their own AI dream team. And yeah, giving them names like Dwight from The Office isn't just for a laugh. It's actually a really clever shortcut. It helps give the AI a clear personality and a work ethic based on its training data. So you have Dwight doing your research, Kelly handling Twitter. Each AI has one single, focused job. And that means they are incredibly good at it and don't get bogged down trying to do a million things at once.
And the heart of each of these AI agents is a simple little file called a soul.md. You can think of it like its digital DNA and its employee handbook all rolled into one. In just a few lines of plain text, the founder can spell out the AI's entire personality, its guiding principles, and exactly how it should do its job. It's basically the ultimate control panel for your entire digital workforce.
Now here's where the real genius of the system comes in. These AI agents, they don't need complicated code or APIs to talk to each other. It's way simpler than that. They just read and write to basic text files. So Dwight, the research AI, does his work and saves it to a file. Then Kelly, the social media AI, wakes up, reads that exact file, and writes a tweet based on it. That's it. It is so simple, it's super reliable, and it just works.
And what we're seeing here, this isn't just some clever little hack. This is the actual blueprint for a completely new way of building a company from the ground up.
Yeah, we're going way beyond just a personal productivity trick here. This multi-agent system is the foundation for a company where the AI does all the heavy lifting 24/7 without ever needing a coffee break.
Now, if you want to get technical, the academic term for this is multi-tool orchestration. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's a really powerful idea. It basically means the AI isn't just another tool in your toolbox. No, the AI is the conductor of the whole orchestra. It's the one making sure all the different tools and agents are playing together in perfect harmony to get a complex job done.
And in this new world, just having a cool feature, that's not a real advantage anymore. It's not a defensible moat. Your competitor can literally copy it in an afternoon. The only way to build a business that lasts is with what's called a usage compounding moat. That means you have an AI system that gets smarter and better and more valuable with every single customer and every new piece of data it gets. And that creates a lead that becomes almost impossible for anyone else to catch up to.
But as you can probably guess, with this kind of incredible power comes a whole new set of risks. And honestly, the risks here are just as big as the potential rewards.
So here's the question that's probably keeping a lot of these founders up at night. When one of your autonomous AI agents goes off the rails and makes a mistake, who's to blame? Who pays the price?
Well, the answer from regulators is getting clearer by the day. The responsibility falls squarely on the deployer. That's you, the solo founder. You can't just turn around and blame OpenAI if your agent messes up. The moment you deploy it, it's your agent, and you are just as legally responsible for its actions as you would be for a human employee.
And trying to navigate this new legal world, well, it's like walking through a minefield. Insurance companies are getting really nervous, adding AI-specific exclusions to their policies.
And new laws are popping up everywhere that put all the responsibility right on the founder's shoulders. You know that old Silicon Valley mantra, move fast and break things? That's pretty much being replaced by move very carefully and document everything.
Okay, so let's say you do it. You navigate all those risks. You build your solo unicorn. How do you actually turn that billion-dollar valuation into cold, hard cash?
For as long as anyone can remember, the classic path for a successful startup has been to either go public with an IPO or get acquired by a bigger fish. And for the overwhelming majority, we're talking over 90%, that has meant selling out to a larger company.
But these new solo unicorns, they have another trick up their sleeve. It's called dividend recapitalization. Now, it sounds complicated, but it's basically a way for the founder to get a massive cash payout without selling a single share of their company. For a business that is just raking in profits with almost zero costs, this is an absolute game changer. And that brings us to our final thought, the real core question of this new era. What's the ultimate competitive advantage? Is it the one brilliant human with a vision, or is it the sophisticated AI system they build to execute that vision? The answer to that question, well, it's not just interesting, it's going to define the entire future of business as we know it.